Hey, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of this live series for YouTube creators called Let's Talk About. Today, we're going to be talking about making money as a small YouTube creator. I'm going to tell you guys 6 ways to make money if you're a small, a new, or a part-time YouTube creator. All about money. Y'all come on in. I would like for you to tell me whether you're already making money on YouTube or if you've thought about how you're going to make money on YouTube. Leave me a comment in the chat. So recently I heard YouTube creator Sean Cannell talk about starting YouTube with the end in mind. And one of the questions he asked was, what's the business plan for your channel? How are you going to make money? So I think that's something that we all need to think about, before we get started on YouTube, how we're actually going to create an income. So Ramit said, not yet, but you're thinking about it. Awesome. I think that's something that you really need to spend some time on and researching. YouTube can be a great opportunity for earning money, even for small channels. Come on in, y'all. We're talking about money, making that bank, getting your coins, getting that l'argent. If you're from Southeast Texas or Southwest Louisiana, anywhere in Louisiana, you know about that l'argent, right? You know about that. So 6 different ways. 6 different ways, and I'm going to rank them in my opinion from maybe the least desirable. I won't say worst to best. I'm going to say least desirable to the most desirable way that I think YouTube creators can make money from their channels. Thank you, Aisha. Alex says she's being monetized. She just wants to scale and learn how to earn more. Hi, Angela. Hi, Patrice. Let me put on my glasses so I can see. So I think a lot of YouTube creators, think about AdSense when it comes to monetizing their YouTube channel. So how many of you guys are making money from AdSense on your channels? You've had to have reached that monetization threshold, which is 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. So Patrice says she has the subscribers, just not the watch time. That's a barrier to earning money, but let's just say you do get monetized. How much money can you expect as a small creator to make on YouTube from strictly talking about AdSense? Well, that depends. Depends on a lot of things. Are you guys familiar with CPM and RPM? That's something you're going to see in the back end of YouTube once you get monetized. CPM is the cost per 1,000 ad impressions before YouTube takes their share, which is about 55%. RPM is your revenue after YouTube takes their share per 1,000 views. And I'm mentioning that because CPM really varies. That's the amount of money that an advertiser will pay to place an ad on your video. So CPM can go from $1 or $2, maybe even less, on up to probably $40, $50, maybe $100. I don't know. But there are categories of content that will earn a higher CPM on AdSense. And those categories, some of those higher categories are insurance, real estate, anything pertaining to business, sometimes luxury consumer goods. And then in my experience, the lower CPMs are for anything related to kids, because of that whole COPPA thing. Because they don't want you advertising to kids. Also, kids don't have money. Kids don't have jobs. So advertisers are not really trying to uh, reach those kids. Uh, but let's just say there's an average CPM. Let's just pull a number out. An average CPM of $12. That's the advertiser's going to pay $12 per 1,000 views, and that means your share might be somewhere around $5 or $6. In order to make $150 on AdSense, you'd have to have at least 25,000 views on your channel to make $150. What do y'all think about that? So Janice says, yeah, very minimum unless you get a lot of views. That's true. That is true. So that's why I think a lot of YouTube creators, I mean, you guys can let me know, when you're thinking about making money on YouTube, one of the first things you think about, because you know that creators get paid for ad revenue, and you think about AdSense, and you can't wait to get monetized. You're like, I need my 1,000 subscribers, and I need my 4,000 hours of watch time because I want to get monetized. But if you're new, you're just starting to create content, exactly how much money are you going to get? 25,000 views. And your earnings on AdSense also depend on even more factors, like how long your video is, how many ads are placed on that video, what type of ads, where do you place those ads? So I'm not too in love with the idea of small and new channels really banking on AdSense for their revenue. But I want to know, I'm reading you guys' comments. Yes, sounds like a journey. It is, but not to discount it, because once you start to grow and once you start adding those numbers and once you have this library of 200, 300, 400, 500 videos, which you will, if you keep creating content consistently, like we talked about last time, you will eventually have 500 videos. And each of those videos is still earning AdSense for you. And that's how the YouTube creators that have a large subscriber base or have a lot of video views or have a large library of content make serious money on AdSense. But I believe that for the small and new YouTube creator, it's not the best way. That's no money. You're right. That's really not no money. Isn't it if, I want to ask you guys for questions, so if you have any questions about AdSense, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Isn't it if you have more ads and you make more money? Yes, that's true, but there's still a limit to the amount of money that you can make if you don't have a lot of content and you don't have the views on your channel. So yeah, you can make more money if you have more ads. I know some inexperienced YouTubers once they get monetized, they're like, I'm just going to stuff my video with ads. Well, that's going to turn your audience off. You can't put an ad every few minutes. I mean, YouTube gives you some recommendations on how to space your ads. And if you take the recommendations that YouTube is giving you, you're good. You're probably fine. But yes, more ads may mean more money, but more ads may also mean you're turning your viewers off. They don't want to watch your channel because you got an ad every few seconds, few minutes. So I'm going to keep looking to see if you guys have any questions about AdSense. But the number 5, that was the number 6 way. Number 5 way is if you have a membership or maybe something like Patreon. And this is a good idea if you have a very engaged audience and a dedicated community of people who want to support you, then YouTube, right in its back end, has several membership programs that you can set up on several different levels of memberships. So what do you do with these memberships? You give your audience something valuable. Maybe you give them exclusive content, or you give them behind the scenes that nobody else sees. So it's something special you need to offer these people who become members of your channel. And depending on your niche, it could be educational content. It could be, more one-on-one video time with you. And I guess you could think about, well, if you have a small audience, could you get 1,000 people? You have 5,000 subscribers. Could you get 1,000 of those people to give you $5 a month for exclusive content? It's possible if that's the case. Now, you don't get to keep, if you have a partnership with YouTube for a membership channel, you don't get to keep 100% of that money. There's a 30-70% revenue split with YouTube. So YouTube is still going to take 30% of your money from a membership. So I want to know, does anybody have a membership program on YouTube? And let me know how it's working for you. What was number 6 again, Aisha? That was AdSense. Number 6 is AdSense. I'm working down from what I consider the least desirable to the most desirable. So you'll want to stay to the end so you can hear the best way, I think, for any type of creator, whether you're a lifestyle creator, someone just asked the best way for a lifestyle creator, Alex, to earn more money. It's for any type of creator. It doesn't matter. Yeah, number 6 is AdSense. Number 5 is a membership or Patreon. If you have a membership or Patreon where you get your audience to give you, it could be, I think one of the lower memberships is like $2 a month. But $2, $5, $10, $15 a month in return for getting exclusive content that all of your other subscribers don't see. The number 4 is something you guys may have considered, and that is working with brands on brand deals. And micro-influencers, nano-influencers who are smaller than micro-influencers can get approached by brands and can reach out to brands to work with them to have the brand sponsor your video. And I'm pretty sure most of you know what that is, but basically the brand says, hey, I have this product or this service. Can you talk about it in this way on your YouTube video? And in return, I will pay you X number of dollars. Now, what qualifies you as a nano influencer? What qualifies you as a micro influencer? The numbers are all over the place. If you look on the internet, it depends on the platform. But let's just say, for the sake of this argument, that a nano influencer, a creator with an extremely small channel, brand new, with between 1,000 and 10,000 followers, can maybe make between $10 and $100 a post. If you've got a super engaged audience and your videos are getting a high ratio of views, then you could probably make more. If you are a micro influencer, for the purposes of this session, I'm going to say between 10,000 and 50,000 followers, you could get up to $100, up to $500 from the brand. And then it goes up to multiple 5 figures, high 5 figures rather, for macro influencers, those influencers and those creators with 500,000 to 1 million followers. The thing about working with brands is that they can be a pain to work with. Brands can ask for a lot, and some of you guys may already have experience with this. If you've had brands reach out to you and want to work with you on a piece of content that you would create for them, a lot of times if you're a small creator, they'll say, will you do it in return for a product? We'll give you this free makeup if you mention it in a video. We'll give you this free vacuum cleaner if you show yourself using it and talk about this product in the way that we want you to talk about it on your channel. Does anybody have any experience with working with brands? Um, yes, uh, Dalji says that it can take months to get paid from brand deals. It is not a quick turnaround, especially the bigger the brand. They're going to have net 30, net 60 to pay your invoice. So cash flow can kind of be an issue. It's not my favorite way for a small creator to make money on YouTube. Definitely, if you have the opportunity, if it's a brand you want to work for, do it. But I think that the hunt may not be worth the kill because of the low rates that they're going to offer you as a small creator and what they're going to expect from you. How to come up with what is an acceptable price. There's a site that I love to use called Social Blue Book. It may be free. You may get a free trial on it. But what you do is you connect your platforms to it. You connect YouTube to it. You can connect Instagram. You can now connect even TikTok. And based on the amount of engagement you have, based on the number of followers you have, based on the number of views that your video is getting, they will give you a high and a low end for working with brands. And they have it broken down into whether it's a dedicated video that you're only talking about that brand, that's going to cost them more. Or if it's a integrated video where you might be talking about some other brands. So therefore you could do more than one brand deal in a video. But go ahead and check out, I'm going to type it in the comments, socialbluebook.com. You can see what you might start. If I were a small creator, I would, or if I was just starting to work with brands, I would kind of pick a number right there in the middle of what Social Blue Books thinks you can get for your content. And know that everything is negotiable. Start high. They possibly could come back and say, well, we don't have that in our budget, but we can give you this. But Roz 318 says, a lot of brands only want to have you do products in return for free product. Yes, especially if you're small. But there are brands, if you can show them that you have an engaged audience, even though you're small, that's interested in their product, then they may be willing to pay. Shaylin has she's had gifting opportunities turn into paid sponsorships. It's definitely, don't sleep on them. Just make sure it's only with brands you love and would support anyway. That is huge. That is great, great advice. Anyone have any other input or questions about brand deals? Aisha says she worked with an international eyewear company. Yeah. Negotiation is not a skill that I'm really that good at. But one thing you could do, if you feel a little bit uncomfortable about communicating with brands about your price, is you could create a separate email on Gmail. businessmanager@aishaa.com. And then you talk to the brand as your business manager. So it's like, they can't, this is business. This is her business manager. I'm thinking she's worth more. I've heard of a lot of creators do that. So Ashley says she was about to say that she had a free one. I think that she means a brand deal. But then they came back and asked me to do another one and they paid. So maybe offer to do one for free and hopefully it performs well and then they will come back and pay you. Yes, always ask for a fee. Just because you're smaller doesn't mean your audience is not worth a lot to the brand. So I'm going to move on to the number 3 way that small creators can make money, and that is user created content. And you guys may have UGC. You guys may have seen some posts about user-created content on YouTube. You may have seen it on TikTok, but similar to a brand deal, but this is not content that goes up on your channel. This is content that the brands will use on their platforms and on their channels. So one way I've heard of breaking into that UGC category is to create content as if you were working with a brand. Say there's a brand you love and you do a review or an unboxing for that brand. And you can send it to that brand and ask them, without putting it up on your channel. You can put it on your channel, but without putting it up on your channel, you can ask the brand if they would like to use this content for their own purposes. And the brands may decide to pay you something in return for that. Again, the rates are negotiable. Start in the middle of what you think you're worth and then kind of negotiate from there. Natural Laricia says she had a brand reach out and offer to give a free item each month after getting 5 referrals. I think they wanted the 5 sales to go with it too, and 10% of the commissions. Okay, yeah, a brand deal. If they say, we don't have money in our budget, ask them for some type of affiliate link that, if you promote their product to your audience, then you could get a commission for each product that your audience purchases from them. Awesome. We've been in negotiations with several companies. A couple are flat monthly deals and a couple are a great commission. Either way. So the way that UGC works, to go a little bit further into that, is that you create content in the niche that you would like to create UGC content for on any platform. You can tag those brands either in the comments or if you're doing something on Instagram, like in your Instagram photo. And you may start by tagging the brands, they may start reaching out to you. But if they don't reach out to you, you can reach out to those brands or their agencies via email. So it may take a little bit of snooping around to find out who is the agency that represents the brand that you want to work for and who you need to contact there. So Google is your friend. Google them, find out who represents them, contact their agencies, tell them, hey, I love this brand and I've created some sample content that they might want to use. These are my rates, or, what's your budget? You can also contact brands that you've worked with before. Like if you've worked with a brand on a brand deal, they've reached out to you and either it's been free or it's been paid. You can contact them and say, listen, I'm creating UGC content. Are you interested in working with me? There may be some platforms that can hook you up with brands similar to platforms that for brand deals. I can't think of what the platforms are that we used to work with for brand deals. I know one used to be called FameBit. One used to be called Media Kicks. There's these agencies that will, you can go on their websites and apply for particular brand deals. Captivate maybe is one of them, if you've heard of that. Monique says, I've tagged brands and had their competitors reach out to me for a brand partnership. Oh, the competitors. Of course. Why not? We don't want you promoting their product. Promote my product instead. So Angela wants to know, will they own the rights to your video? That's part of the contract. I am not the most well-versed on contracting with brands because we have a talent agent that does that for us. But there is something in the contracts where brands can say that they want the right to use your content for an unlimited amount of time. Or they want the right to use this content for the rest of this year. That's going to cost them more. So however much you've negotiated with them to do the deal, if you see something in the contract about them wanting to own the rights to your video, if you're okay with that, that's fine. But they need to pay you for that. That's an extra charge. If it's for a month, maybe it's $100. If it's for the year, maybe it's $500. If a brand agrees to pay you to post on your social media and also ask for the video to use for their own marketing, no, that's the same question. Should you charge an additional fee? Yes. It's called whitelisting. That may be the language that you see on the contract. It may be called creative assets. That may be the language. But yeah, Roz, great. I'm glad I answered your question. There's a little bit of lag on the comments coming through. So, besides UGC, the number 2 way that I think that small, new, or part-time channels can make money on YouTube, and that is through affiliate income. And I think someone has already mentioned it here in the comments, but several different ways, several different platforms. One that everybody is familiar with is Amazon Associates. Amazon Associates, anybody can get it. Anybody can get an Associates account. Anyone can do it. Those are the pros. It's very easy entry. I will share with you guys. I'm going to share with you guys Raven Elise's Amazon page so you can see what that looks like. Let me just share this screen. There we go. So, you can get an Amazon storefront just like this. You can categorize your items according to what type of content you make. If you're a lifestyle creator, like the person asked earlier in the live, this is perfect for you because you can categorize your lifestyle items and you can put links in your videos. You can talk about the links. You can create calls to action that tell people if you want to learn more, if you want to buy these products that I've included in my video, then check out my Amazon store. The good thing about an Amazon store is that there are cookies that even if someone goes to your Amazon store and they don't buy anything, but hey, they're on Amazon. People on Amazon every day. I get an Amazon package every single day, or 2 or 3. And I know I'm not the only one. So if, for instance, I was one of Raven's followers, I saw something in her video that I wanted to check out. I went to her Amazon store and I looked at, her Halloween costumes. I ended up not buying anything, but I actually later on that day, or even at that same session where I'm on Amazon, if I bought a camera, Raven's going to get commission for that. Thanks, Aisha. She says she's on Raven's Amazon storefront every day. Yes, Princess Jacole says, I notice you get paid for things that aren't in your store because the link is active for 24 hours. That is it. And that's now the downside is the commissions can be kind of small. They can be kind of tiny, depending on the products, like maybe 2% to 10%. But definitely work on your Amazon store, make it cute, make it easy for people to navigate, create categories so they don't have to look through all your Amazon stuff if they're only looking for Halloween stuff or they're only looking for, kitchen stuff or backyard games or whatever. Make it easy for them to buy. Another way that you can make affiliate income is through sites like Reward Style, Shop Style, Magic Links. These are companies that have affiliate relationship with hundreds and thousands of brands. So we also, the Raven Elise channel has a reward style, which is now known as Like to Know It LTK account. And this is what that looks like. When you log into your reward style account, you have their top products. They tell you what the price is of the product, who it's sold by, and what your commission is. So if you did a bedroom makeover, or you did my top 10 tips for making over your bedroom, and you curated products that your audience might be interested in, maybe you don't even have to own this bed. You can say, if I was doing this particular bedroom, I would choose this bed and this lamp and this table. And if you can find all, and you could have screenshots of the products in your video, and then you could say, if you guys want to shop for these products, check the link in my description. And you can link these items there. If you sold this bed, you get $91. So reward style has a little bit of a barrier to entry. I don't think I know anyone who's actually just been flat out turned down, but they want to know that you have some type of an audience. So, if you're brand new, you've only made 2 YouTube videos, don't try to sign up with reward style or Like to Know It. Wait until you have a little bit of an audience. But if you're very strategic with this, you could really research some items, not necessarily high end, but items that have a high commission, because they'll tell you this is a high commission for this product. Another thing I'll say about Amazon too, maybe don't waste time linking to items that are $10 and less, $10 or less, if you really want to make serious money. Link to items that have a higher value, because 10% of $10 is just $1. But 10% of $100, now you're talking a little bit more money. But in addition to Amazon, in addition to something because Like to Know It reward style /reward style is very similar to shop style, is very similar to magic links, to where you can kind of pick the products that they have on their site, or there is an extension that you have on your Google menu, that if you happen to be shopping at a store, you're looking in Target, and you're like, oh, I want to add this item to my Like to Know It store, to my reward style links products, then you just click there and you can add it right from the store. So you can go to shop at your most popular stores and just pick items that you want to share with your audience. Aisha says, I came out with an Amazon favorites video and I earned a lot of commission, and I highly recommend setting up a storefront so you can see all the engagement you receive. Awesome. That's great. So a third way for, I'm still on affiliate income, is there are sites. This is one I'm familiar with. I'm sure there are plenty more, that you can find other types of companies, and not just consumer goods, to partner with to earn affiliate commissions. This site is called Share a Sale. It's a site that I used when I used to have a food blog for a specific diet. And you can see here, this is from years ago. They still got my commissions in there. I earned $2,000 selling low-carb noodles that were probably $6 a pack. I don't remember what it was. I think they were $20 for a pack of 6 or whatever. But I earned that money because my website was about this diet, and I had recipes that included this particular product. And when people are like, well, where do I buy it? Well, click on this link. It's my affiliate link, and I get a piece of the action. I think I sold shakes. I sold menu plans. I sold, not sold, but I had affiliate relationships with. So on this particular site, you can click on any category and find, maybe you're not a lifestyle creator. Maybe you talk about financial security. So you can click on other types of categories to see what types of products are for sale. What types of products are for sale and what type of commission you can get from those products. And with Amazon, I would do my research and pick products that are going to be very valuable to my audience, but that also pay a high commission. The thing about share a sale is I think for the merchant and possibly for the affiliate, they may charge, I don't remember, they may charge a small fee, but it's worth it. It's not going to eat up your money. I would definitely recommend checking into, I'm going to put it in the chat, shareasale.com. There are other products for those of you that are not in lifestyle, beauty, hair, blah, blah, that you are maybe in business or you are in you make content about some other topic. Maybe you make content about building websites. And so anybody who's looking at content about building a website is going to have to be interested in where am I going to host my website, right? I know for a fact that some hosting companies like Bluehost have really good commissions. I haven't checked it in a while, but I do remember it being like $59 for each person who clicked on, who signed up with Bluehost. You could create, if you've taken a course, for instance, not plugging my own course, but I have a course that I offer affiliate income to the people who have taken my course. To say, if you want to recommend this to your friends, and so you're marketing my course to your people who you think need help growing their YouTube channel, you can have 50% of the profit I get from that course. And this particular course I'm talking about may be $5.99, maybe $6.99, $699, $799, $999, and you, as the person who recommends a new client for me, gets half of that money. So if I were just starting out as a small or new YouTube creator, I would look for affiliate opportunities that really are going to put serious money in my pocket. Let me do this. Princess Jacole says, oh no, I can't see anything. Make sure your email is in your bio because I've gotten emails about complimentary PR boxes from Good Molecule Skincare and Murad. Yes, you guys, on your About section of your YouTube channel, make sure that is fully fleshed out. Not only telling your subscribers what your channel is about, but telling people how to get in touch with you, brands how to get in touch with you. If they want to reach out to you about working on a brand deal or working on any type of collaboration, or anybody would want to collaborate with you, you need to make sure your contact information is up to date. Okay, so did you guys get what I was saying about affiliate income and how it can be a range? It can be from a few extra dollars a month, or if you're really working on it, several $1,000s a month. It's one of my favorite ways for now. My recommendation is if you're making a video, like who said they made a video about Amazon favorites? Aisha said she made a video about Amazon favorites, or if you're talking about any linked, if you're featuring any linked affiliate link product in your videos, be sure, don't just put it in your description box and expect people to find it, because they won't. People need to be told what to do. You need to have a verbal call to action in your videos where you say, you guys, these products are linked down below. Check my description box to see the links to these products that I have linked in my video below. People need to be told what to do. So, any questions? Any other questions about affiliate? Alex says, I love how comfy you are talking about money. Yes, we need to talk about it. We need to share more. We need to be more transparent about how and how much money is to be made in business, and especially on YouTube. We need to be more transparent with our own community about money, and not just thinking that, you get to a certain level on YouTube and then you're making all this bank and it's just a given, because it's not. It's not a given that you have 1 million subscribers and you're making a bunch of money. And it's also not a given that you're a small channel and you're not making any money. And I'm going to get to that next. Yes, we're in a recession and we have an inflation going on. We need all the money we can get. So let me just mention too, when I'm backing up to brand deals, brands are also looking at the coming recession, and you may not, I've had a lot of creators reach out to me and say that brands aren't really offering the money that they were earlier in the year. What's going on is, they're a little tight on their budgets. I believe it's cyclical. I believe it will turn around, but for the time being, you may need to lower your rates. If you already have rates set up, you may need to be a little bit more flexible with negotiating for the time being. So, what else did I want to say about affiliate income? I love the share a sell, because you can pick products that are relevant to your audience. And now I want to get to what I think is the best way, the number one best way for a small YouTube creator to make money on YouTube. But first, I want to tell you a little story. It's not a story. It's something y'all all know. YouTube started off as a place to share entertaining videos. Well, actually, it was a dating site, but anyway, it was a place where you shared your funny videos about what was going on in your life, cat videos. My friends and I used to share videos on, fitness or our hair or whatever we were doing. And so many YouTubers benefited from that, like 10, 12, even 15 years ago. They just shared whatever they wanted to share, and they ended up kind of lucking into making money when YouTube started paying. That's not the case anymore. YouTube is a marketing machine. That's all it is. It's a marketing machine. And this, I'm afraid, is going to be bad news for anyone who thinks that they can hop on YouTube, post whatever you want, and make a quick buck. Bad news, because that's not going to happen unless you get extremely lucky. But this is great news for anybody who wants to earn really good money while doing what they love at the same time. Because never before in history has there been a time when you have direct access to consumers in your particular target market. For a long time, those big brands and those businesses, they have been able to pay for TV ads, radio ads, magazine, newspaper, even billboard advertising. But what about the small business? Over the last 40 years, I've had several small businesses. And you know how I had to reach out to customers? The most affordable way I reached out to customers was direct mail. I had to send them a postcard that they were probably going to throw away, end up in the trash, weren't even going to look at it. And even back then, a Yellow Pages listing was way too expensive for most small businesses. Some of y'all never even seen a Yellow Pages book. Do y'all even know what the Yellow Pages is? Do y'all even know what the Yellow? But that was what was the reality for small businesses or anyone selling a product or a service 15, 20 years ago. That's what they had to do. But now you have the opportunity on YouTube to reach people directly through any social media platform, but specifically your YouTube channel. And this is pure gold. And this is the best way, in my opinion, for you to create an income from your YouTube channel is to sell your own product or service. And I'm gonna get there. I know y'all are probably saying, huh? What service? What product? Aisha says she knows the Yellow Pages from the movies. Oh my gosh. I am so old. I had to pay for a Yellow Pages ad in, I don't know, 1990 something, like $300 a month for a Yellow Pages ad. So it was pretty expensive even back then. But I want to share with you guys something else on my screen. I want to share this story that my brother sent to me a couple of days ago. And it is about who else? Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. It's talking about, my brother sent me this story because it's talking about Mr. Beast looking to raise $150 million for his business because he wants to further expand his consumer goods and merchandise that he sells. And for those of you that don't know, Mr. Beast has 107 million subscribers on YouTube on one channel. He has other channels that have multiple millions on. And his product is a burger. One of his products is a burger. The other product are candy bars. Okay, Mr. Beast is 24 years old. He's 24 years old, and they estimate that he makes $54 million a year. So, now you guys are probably thinking, why are you telling us this? We don't have 1 million subscribers, much less 100 million. What does Mr. Beast have to do with us? Number one, Mr. Beast knows his audience. He knows his audience. Y'all know who Mr. Beast's audience is. I know some of you love him, but his main audience is young men, probably between the ages of 18 and 21. He knows his audience. So he has a product that he knows. He's thinking, what do 18 to 21-year-old men and boys do? They eat a lot. They probably eat a lot of burgers, right? So he has this Beast Burger. Beast Burger, it's genius. I don't need to go into the business plan, but it's genius. He licenses restaurants to sell his burger, to deliver his burger. So they get customers for their restaurant that wouldn't have typically maybe visited their restaurant. He gets a piece of the action. The customer's happy. His followers are happy. You can get a Beast Burger anywhere in the country, pretty much. Soon to be overseas. The restaurant's happy. Mr. Beast is happy, but he knows his audience. So he's selling a product. That's my whole point here. He's selling a product that he knows his audience is going to buy. Teenage boys like burgers, and they like I had his Feastables. His other product was called is a chocolate bar. So that is the lesson. And what you can take from this lesson is that if you know your audience, I am pretty sure that you may have a product, preferably a product, it could be a service, but a product that you can offer them. I heard also, you guys know last time I talked about Vid Summit and having me that I have attended Vid Summit either live or virtually every year for the past 4 years. But the lesson that you can take from this Mr. Beast story is how can you do something similar on your channel with your audience on a much, much smaller scale. I don't know how much $54 million is a year divided by 12, but it's several $1,000,000 a month. We don't need to make, I don't need to make, you don't need to make maybe $1,000,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month. But can you start thinking about it from the moment you start your YouTube channel? What else can I offer my audience besides me just getting on this YouTube screen, educating them or entertaining them or inspiring them? What can I sell them? It could be something digital, like a guide or an ebook. A young woman that I mentor during COVID launched her first digital cookbook and made a hefty 5 figures from it from a small audience. She knew that people were stuck at home during COVID. Remember the restaurants were closed and you couldn't even go to a drive-in and get food? It was really, really funky back then. She created a digital cookbook called You Have Food at Home. Her name is Gabby McBay, and you can look her up on Instagram. She makes amazing content about her life as a chef. And since then, she has created 4 more digital products, I believe, all about cooking. And they've sold, and she's made very good money from it. If you make content about organization or journaling, you could create a template or a printable. If you are handy and you know how to do crafts, maybe your channel's about crafts, you can sell a kit, a crochet kit. There's something on TikTok right now that is genius, that sells little kits that has all the yarn in it that you need to crochet this little animal. You can sell, I know some creators that I work with do hair products, and they've created their own hair content. They've created their own hair product that they sell. Now that's more of a physical product that's going to take a little bit more work on your part than a digital product that you create once and sell it multiple times. If you know how to do something really well that few people know how to do, you can create your own course. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a series of videos. If you're a cook, you could create your own spice blend. No pink sauce. Don't create any pink sauce, y'all. Those who know about the pink sauce. But Defined by Alex said, in this current space, as we speak, trying to figure out what else I can offer that matches with my brand. Think about it. Sleep on it. If you want to know what to sell, poll your audience. Ask them in the comments. Post something in the community tab and ask them. That was another thing that was mentioned at Vid Summit. Ask your audience, hey y'all, what would you like for me to create for you? What could I create for you? Or what could I develop for you that you would be interested in buying from me? One of the suggestions was to create a live focus groups. Companies for years have been hosting focus groups for consumers that are in their target market to ask them to pick their brains about a particular product. So you could tell your subscribers, hey, I'm looking for 20 of y'all to do like a private Zoom meeting with me. They would love to. Even if you have only 1,000 subscribers, I am absolutely sure you have 20 of those 1,000 subscribers, because they're going to be your diehard fans who would hop on a Zoom with you, and you could pick their brain about what type of product to sell them, or to get more clear on a product if you've already been thinking about it, then you that you can offer them. Another story I heard about was, you guys may be familiar if you're in the productivity niche, with a YouTube creator named Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank had a productivity channel about productivity, organization, staying, what I talked about, being consistent, staying on top of things, being more productive. And he built that channel to over 1 million subscribers, but he never made the kind of money that he is making on his smaller channel. And he said this: he started a brand new channel last year about one particular product that he was already discussing on his main channel, which is Notion. And some of you may be familiar with Notion. A lot of creators are using Notion for their content calendars. I use Notion to, I created a little travel template. I didn't create the template. I bought the template. And I keep track of my travel. I keep track of my to-do list. I keep track of my content in Notion. So Notion is an app that's all the rage right now. He created this channel all about how to use Notion. And not only did he create this channel, but he's given away a free template. Because most people start getting into Notion, they go, oh my God, this is too hard. I don't know how to do this. Just sell me something already. Just give me something already done. There's plenty of people with free Notion templates. I've gotten several. But the genius part is once you buy this free Notion template, linked directly in the free Notion template is an even better template that you can buy. I think he says his average product sale is less than $50. He started this channel last year. So yes, he did funnel people from his larger channel, but only those people who are specifically interested in Notion. So this is an extremely targeted and engaged audience. Do you know? And he's only made, as of September, he'd only posted 11 videos on the channel. 11 videos. He has currently almost 80,000 subscribers. Do you know how much he made in 1 month selling a Notion template? $148,000. Again, this is an example, not telling you that you have to have 80,000 subscribers, that you would have had to have a channel with 1 million subscribers, that you niche down into a smaller channel to make $150,000 a month. I'm saying, what can you create that can make you an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month as a small channel? There are smaller channels that are doing it. And the thing that Thomas Frank said was how all of the people in the audience could do it. Build the go-to channel in your niche and then sell a useful product to your audience. Attract a specific audience to your channel and then figure out what is it you could help them with a useful product? I can't think of what else I can offer as a realtor to monetize my brand. Tyann, can you what think about, and this goes back to knowing your audience, and we will have some future lives on this to go in a little bit more detail on this. This comes from knowing your audience. What are they struggling with? If you're selling houses, Tyann, to individuals, what are they struggling with? Can you make a guidebook on, uh, you know, searching for the perfect house? Ask them what are their pain points and think about how you can help them solve a problem. I don't know what that is, but your audience knows what that is. Um, there is another creator that I mentor who is a nail tech, and she makes videos not for specifically individuals who are looking to do their own nails, but for other people who are wanting to be in the nail tech business. So she's creating a course for those people. They will buy it. They watch her videos to see how you do this nail technique. How do you do that nail technique? They will buy a course from her. Absolutely will. I also know of another creator who has a very small channel. I don't even think she has 5,000 subscribers. What she does is she teaches people, she has an accounting business. And so maybe, Tyann, you may want to create content for other realtors who are just starting out. Maybe it's not to your audience as a consumer who's buying the house. Maybe it's an audience for people who want to be realtors, who are thinking about becoming realtors, who are brand new realtors. I know I have a friend who's a brand new realtor, and she was complaining that the agency that she signed up with wasn't very helpful in getting her started, getting her off the ground. She was looking for some extra help, some extra education around that. But this particular accountant has made multiple six figures selling products to other individuals who have accounting services. So just think outside the box. If any of the examples have not been applicable to you, that is fine. What you need to know is build a niche channel, make sure your channel is niched, and then sell a useful product to those people who come there. And what I would like for you guys, I've talked about 6 different ways. My favorite way, because I believe selling the product is going to be the path of least resistance. It's going to make you the most money in the shortest amount of time. Life with Chai, make an ebook about a simplified version of the process of buying a home. That is amazing. I love that. I love that idea. Put on your thinking cap and think about it. The only thing that would make me hesitant, though, is I already have videos about those topics on my channel. Every expert out there, I would say myself included, but I haven't done that many YouTube videos, has free videos on their channel, or you can find free videos on how to do just about anything. But when you put it together into a consolidated, concise, step-by-step course, it hits different and people will buy it. Just because the content is already out there, either you shared the content or someone else has shared the content, does not prohibit you from creating a valuable resource. I guarantee you, I've spent thousands of dollars in the last year, couple of years, on courses for myself that if I was so inclined to dig through the internet, I could have found the information for free. I have time for that. I wanted to get to my result quicker, and that's why people buy courses. They want to get to the result quicker. They don't want to spend months and days and years and weeks looking for free content. Some people do, but some people would rather just get to that result. And yes, add more exclusive info, things you haven't mentioned. Things change, things get updated. Um, Possibly offer, if you decide to do a course, the valuable part of a course is not necessarily the course content itself. As a course creator, I can tell you that. That's valuable. That's the textbook. That's the textbook that your quote unquote student would need to go by and do their lessons and follow the steps and the examples and learn about the stuff. But as course creators, a lot of us, every course I've been a part of, and I do it too, offer office hours or Q&A sessions or chat with me type sessions. It's only an hour a week. I do mine for an hour a week. Some people do more. Some people do once a month. That's where the value comes in, because they can ask you questions and get deeper into the content that you're sharing in your course. Good tools for course and ebook creation. Do I know any offhand? I can't think of any offhand. I'm trying to think of, I took 2 courses, 3 maybe, on building a course. And I cannot think of the name of, oh, I can go right here in my history. So I took Janine Blackwell's course. I'm going to type her name. She had a course on developing your course, because you just don't, when you're first doing a course or doing anything, you may not really have a good idea of how to put everything together. I took Vanessa Lau's course. Lau, I think it's called put that in there. I took Haley, what's her name? History. Haley Burkhead's course. That was a really expensive one because it's about taking your course to the next level. What's her face? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. If I think of any more, I'll put it in the description box of this video once this video goes live. But what I want you guys to know, I know we're kind of going long and I want to wrap up. I hope you can, Lauren says she has Gabby's cookbook and it was such a smart move. It was a smart move. I have all of her cookbooks. I think I have them all. I think maybe the last one, the next to last one I missed. So I need to get it. She's an amazing chef. She's an amazing teacher. Her recipes are, and I'm encouraging her to continue to create digital content, because I was a chef. It's hard being on your feet, sun up to sundown. But what I want you guys to kind of take away from this live session on making money as a small creator is that, number one, AdSense is probably not it. It's probably not going to be but a little bit of change in your pockets. However, affiliate links can earn money while you sleep. Brands may be willing to pay you as a small influencer, but many times they're going to work the snot out of you in return. So you might want to think twice about that, or choose carefully which brands you work with, and look at the what they're offering you versus the deliverables. So not only is the price, the cost, the fee negotiable, but the deliverables, the things they're asking you to do, are also negotiable. So they say, we're going to pay you $500 and we want a YouTube video, an Instagram post, and a TikTok. And you say, for $500, I can probably do the YouTube video, but I can't do the TikTok. Or I can do the Instagram, but pick one or the other. Negotiate on your deliverables. Number 4, if you have a super engaged audience and something valuable to share with them, a membership may be the best option for you. Number 5, UGC, user-generated content, may be worth a try. You can try it, see what comes out of that. And number 6, go ahead and take Thomas Frank's advice and start thinking about how you can build the go-to channel in your niche and sell a useful product to your audience, because I believe that this is the best way for a serious YouTube creator with a small channel to earn serious money from their channel. And that is all I have to say about that. So I'll take a few more minutes to entertain any more questions you guys have. I'm scrolling back through the comments to see if there's anything else I might have missed. But be sure and drop your questions in the comments. If you can't think of anything right now and you think about it later, this video is going to be posted on YouTube, so you can ask me a question in the comments. Join my Facebook group, YouTube Growth Masterclass. I'm going to put it here, where we can talk about some of these things there. And, YouTube Growth Academy. The Masterclass is the paid group. This is my free group, where I just encourage YouTubers of any size to, work on leveling up their content. There's a huge community, several hundred YouTubers in that group. Someone asked me a question and I missed it. The comments are so tiny. And they were going kind of fast. I'm sorry if I missed it. Yeah, make sure your email's in your bio. We said that. Any other questions? Sincerely, Adwa. Did I play a big part in Raven's acceleration? How did I get into this field and build the knowledge? Great question. Yes, I did. Raven had already, quote unquote, made it on YouTube. Before I got involved with her channel, she had gotten to very nearly 500,000 subscribers, but she was kind of leveling off. She had kind of lucked into her niche of creating fashion, beauty type content, and was kind of stuck. And so she told me that she wanted to reach 1 million subscribers. That was her goal. We started talking about her goals. And I told her I would research how to do that and get back with her. So yes, I watched hours and hours and days of YouTube content from the experts. You too can do it. The experts are Sean Cannell, Tim Schmoyer, Daryl Eves, Roberto Blake, to name a few. Sunny Lenarduzzi. She's not really YouTube growth, but she has a lot of interesting business advice for YouTube creators. And just to tell you a fascinating story about Sunny and her clients, she helps, or at least in the past she did, I'm not sure she still does, helps YouTube businesses kind of grow. And she started working with this creator who made videos about epoxy, like creating, crafting, like you do put epoxy on I know lots of people put them on these cups, but he was doing epoxy on furniture and making really unique furniture. Anyway, she helped him grow his channel. He grew his channel to, I don't know, maybe not even 100,000 subscribers. But as a result of that, of having that super niche channel where all he did was show people how to, and what he thought was that he was going to be selling his kits, or he was going to maybe do a course. I don't remember what he thought he was going to be doing with this epoxy channel. But because he had such an engaged audience, because it was super niche down to, I teach people how to put epoxy on furniture, on tables, and make super cool furniture, the epoxy brand, so the brand of the chemical or the product that he was using, approached him and actually bought his whole channel and his whole company. The story is on her YouTube channel if you want to search for it. I will also link that in my description because I think it's super interesting that this man, it's nothing to sneeze at to grow your audience to 100,000, I think maybe. Maybe it wasn't that much. But he sold his channel for multiple $1 million. He still continued to make content on the channel. But he sold his channel because it was valuable to the company who made the chemical that he was talking about in his videos. So, let me see. Yes, Tyann, I hope I'm saying that right, just decided today to do Vlogmas just to bring traffic to your channel and build your tribe so that you can start picking their brain for products. Awesome. First quarter goal for you. Go for it. Joyalyn, what a pretty name, said, I just had a baby and she's going to daycare now, so that'll give me more time to be more consistent with getting content out. Awesome. Make a plan. I know if you were here last week, if you weren't, watch my video on consistency. Make your list of processes so that you won't be slowed down and you can kind of get through your goals on YouTube. Can someone repeat those names if you got them, please? Tyler, what names are you talking about? The people to watch? I'll put them right here in the comments. Sean Cannell, Daryl Eves. You've got to find a creator who resonates with you and I think that's why a lot of creators kind of flock to me for what I have to teach them, just because, I talk to you guys in a way that maybe resonates better. YouTube was and is very male focused, majority male focused. And so unfortunately, a lot of these, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Roberto Blake, these experts are men. Who else? Catherine Manning, she's a girl. She blew up recently and she's teaching people how to get bigger. Roberto Blake, Tim Schmoyer, Schmoyer. Who else did I say? There they go. They're the names right there. Look them up on YouTube. I mentioned it last week, maybe. Vid Summit replays for $199. It's going to be the best money you have spent in your life. Because Vid Summit is where Mr. Beast, Thomas Frank, Roberto Blake, all these people I just talked about, they have sessions where they basically spill their guts on everything they did to get where they are. And you can use that information to Erin on demand. Absolutely. Erin focuses a lot on business and brands, but she is still one of the voices on YouTube that I would listen to about any advice about being or growing or getting things done on YouTube. So, you got Nick Nimmin, There you go. I left Nick off. I'm probably forgetting a lot more, but if you that you'll have more than enough to listen to watch, uh, if you just do that. And I'm pretty sure most of these people have courses, as I do. Uh, and I am not, hey, get it wherever you can. I want you to be successful. You don't have to get it from me. So you guys, I will be back next week. Let me know in the comments once this video is up what you want me to talk about next week. Anything that would be helpful. I love being here with you guys. Thanks for being here with me. And I will see you next time. Bye.